Hi guys, I'm Mae and this is Sam. Welcome to workshop 4, which is called Regain Control. So this workshop is all about basically giving you guys a 5-step process to find jobs, opportunities, and companies who are hiring that no one else knows about. So it's a real practical advice workshop. You know that Sam and I hate wishy-washy advice. You know, when if you guys are obviously looking for opportunities, you're looking for a job, you want to take the next step in your career, and you go to get some advice and someone's like, oh, you just need to change this on your CV, or
It's the worst. It's the actual worst.
Anyway, so what we've decided to do is actually give you a tried and tested method to find companies that actually are in industries that you also want to get into, and then get in front of the people who are the decision makers. Okay, so with the workshop, like we have done with all the others, there is an article available that reiterates everything that we'll be telling you. And because it's such a practical workshop, it is crucial basically to read the article. So I'll let Sam go through the step-by-step process.
So yes, so we have ourselves tried and tested this method, haven't we, Maz? So we're not just stabbing in the dark here. Like, the method behind this, which is basically utilizing Google and LinkedIn to find key information. We've used it for lots of different things. So it's not just useful for finding a job, but you can also use it in other aspects of life. We found email addresses for like CEOs and things of companies that we wanted to get in touch with through this method. So it's a useful life skill to have, basically. So, okay, 5 steps. Step number 1, make a spreadsheet. A lot of my methods always start with making a spreadsheet, because it's really important that you keep all of your data in one place in order for you to be able to navigate your way through either what you're about to do or keep track of the responses to what's going on. So it's really important that you make a spreadsheet. I cannot stress that enough. Lots of examples of my spreadsheets on the article. Again, I just want to plug my spreadsheets a little bit there. But yeah, so you can go and have a look at those there. So on the spreadsheet, basically, this is where you're going to be collecting all of your key information for the next steps. So everything that you do in the next steps, put it in the spreadsheet. That's basically what step 1 is about. It's kind of the end of me talking through step 1, spreadsheets. Okay, so step 2 is basically identify the areas that you want to work in. Okay, so I don't know if any of you have done workshop 3, but that might help at this stage. So there we talk about how to identify I guess the environment that you work best in, the kind of business that you want to work in, the kind of people that you want to surround yourselves with, and how that might translate into getting a job, or identifying the kind of industry or company or career that you might want from life. I highly recommend that you go and do workshop 3 in order to be better at this step. So basically, in this step, you're just going to be making a list of all of the industries and types of businesses and job titles that you might want in the future, so that you can narrow down your Google search in step 3. Okay, so step 3, moving on to that. Again, I assume that you will have inputted all of your data at this point into the spreadsheet. So step 3 is basically how you can find the not startups, that's what it says in the article. That's something that I should actually have mentioned beforehand. The article basically says, in the title, it says how to find a job in a startup. Like I said, this methodology can be used for lots of different things. This method can be used to find a job in any company size. I basically, when I wrote this article, I wanted to submit it to The Startup, which is a publication on Medium. And I mean, sad story, I got rejected, but anyway, I didn't change the article title, so I do apologize. It's got the title Startup. But yeah, So you can use this article to find any job at any company. So anyway, so finding the companies that are hiring. This is step 3. So this is where we get into the real gritty detail of how you can find those jobs that no one else knows about. You are immediately, by using this method, you are bypassing all of this extra competition that you get when you apply to a job through a jobs board or a recruiter. Okay, this is key. Okay, so the actual process that you go through is written in the article. I'm not going to recount it here and now because it's not going to do you any good. Just go and read it. But the reasoning behind it is really important to understand. Companies that are hiring have money. So any company that has recently come into money for any reason is going to be hiring people because that's what you get money for. You literally get money in order to grow your team and scale up. That's why people want money for companies. So this is basically just a logical approach. It's highlighting a logical approach to finding a job, which is basically you first of all need to find companies that have just announced publicly that they have had a big windfall of money. So that might be a company that's got investment. It might be a company that has just landed like a massive client. It might be a company that, I don't know, what else, that was merged with another company, has been bought. Like
once.
Exactly. These are all reasons, these are all key moments in a company life that they will be like mass hiring. But lots of these businesses don't actually advertise their jobs because they already have networks and things like that, which is annoying, so annoying. But unfortunately, that is the way the world is working at the moment. So this way of finding those companies is a way for you to basically go straight to the source before they actually advertise that they're hiring, or to find those jobs that aren't being advertised at all. Sorry, I go off on a rant on this because I'm very passionate.
There's also another website called Crunchbase, which is free, and you can type in any company and you can actually see when their last investment round was as well. So definitely still contact people who have had investment like a year ago or probably within the year.
Exactly. So that's the reasoning behind step 3. Okay, and then step 4 is basically, okay, what do you do next? You're now faced with the issue, like, who do I contact? Like, who do I ask for a job? Who do I need to be emailing and how do I get their email in order to be able to be like, guys, I know that you might not be hiring, but I gather you've just come into some money. This guy needs a job. Like, that's the kind of vibe that you're at right now. Where do you go? Who do you go to? Okay. Sorry, what was so lame. Okay, so basically you need to first of all it's recommended that you find the head of the department that you want to apply to. So for example, if you want to work in marketing at a tech company, for example, just for argument's sake, let's say Google, you go and find the head of marketing at Google, or you go and find a marketing manager at Google. That's who you're looking for, and you can do that with the wonderful platform that is LinkedIn. Obviously all professionals, or most professionals, are on LinkedIn. It's very easy to find them.
Yeah, I was going to say that again, you can apply logic. This whole exercise is applying logic to finding a job. So also it depends on obviously what type of company that you're trying to find the contact for. So for example, if it's a small company, they won't obviously have that many roles. So you could probably email the CEO or the heads of departments. But if it's like, a huge company, I don't think the CEO is going to kind of read your email.
I mean, good luck. You could try.
If they have a talent team, then obviously, contact the talent team. There's talent acquisitions, there's HR, those kind of buzzwords. But yeah, if it's a small startup, then you can definitely contact hire. But again, logic. You just got to think logic.
Yes.
Pretend to be in their shoes.
Exactly that. So now you've got to find their email. Again, very like simple if you know the process. I'm not going to bore you with the exact process. It's actually laid out really quite clearly in the article, and I think me trying to recount that would make it more confusing. So again, recommend you go and look at the article.
Sam and I basically found a simple way of finding anyone's email, which is, I mean,
it's amazing.
Genius.
We used to have competitions to see who could find someone's email faster using this.
Because it's that good.
That's how sad we are. This basically this process plays on the idea that the majority of companies, 80 to 90% of companies, are very unimaginative with their email format, and it tends to be either first name, last name at company URL, or it's first name dot last name at company URL. Like that's the majority of emails. So basically it's just a kind of it's a way of finding the different parts to that email so that you can thread them together basically to create the email, and then just see if it works. If it doesn't, try a different format. Like it's as simple as that. One thing that I would say is that if you aren't sure who to contact in the company, like if you find like 4 different people that you think might be interested, CC them all into the email, send them all the email. You've got nothing to lose. I can promise you guys, you're not going to offend anyone. If anything, the more the merrier, I'd say.
Exactly.
CC everyone in. Yeah. Someone will notice you.
We're allowing you to hopefully be the right person at the right time in the right place.
Yes, mate. Oh, that's brilliant. That's a perfect way of putting it. Exactly. We're maximizing your chances here. Okay. So, and then finally, step 5 is send them an email. So easy. So basically at this point, you have literally everything that you need apart from the written template email that you should be sending people. But luckily for you, I have put an example of that template email, or something that hopefully should act as like some sort of base onto the article, so you can feel free to copy and paste that. It's as simple as that. Make sure you attach your CV. I'd say cover letters are overrated. I don't know about you, May, but I feel like people are obsessed about cover letters.
I mean, to be honest, like the fact that you're approaching them directly, you found their email, you've you know, in the email, obviously you're gonna say what the job is or what you can bring. That's your cover letter. Do you know what I mean? They're already going to be impressed that you have found them in a unique way. And I think what's like so great about this method and why we called it Regain Control is because instead of, you know, you guys applying for all of these jobs and then not hearing back from them whether you've got the job or whether you went to the next process, this puts you basically you have the control to go out and email as many people as you want. Do you know what I mean? Because it is probability. It is like the more people that you can contact, the more companies that you can find, you will find an opportunity. So it is just giving you back control.
Totally, completely. So that's it. So hopefully by the end of step 5, basically you are ready to literally just go ahead and email people. Like I said in the article, make sure to put your emails in your different template emails in the spreadsheet, so that it like streamlines the process a bit more for you in the future. If you want to go back to it, you've already got a template email there that you can use. Mae and I, like I said, we have tried and tested this approach. When we first, obviously it's for a different reason, but like when we launched our first business, which was a video production company, we were struggling with sales, and then we realized this process, and we started using it to email the CEOs of startups to see if they wanted videos, and it actually was amazing. Like it was an amazing sales technique. So it is tried and tested by us. Like this isn't us just like telling you a random process that we've just thought about. You may well have questions. I know it's a slightly complicated process, but if you do have questions, feel free to come to us and ask. Happy to guide you through, happy to help you with any with any struggles that you might have in terms of like the step-by-step. So you can DM us on Instagram if you want, or you can drop us a line on hello@ericfestival.com. May or I are happy to pick it up. So, but yeah, hopefully you have now a new logical approach to a job search that other people have completely no idea about. So it'll give you an immediate advantage. Okay.
Yeah, thanks guys. Well, we'll see you in the next workshop 5 next week, but we hope that was useful. Love to know your feedback as well, so definitely get in touch.
Amazing. Thanks everyone.
Thanks. Bye.